Well, I hope the President in his State of the Union address tonight talks about jobs. It's the #1 issue facing this country. I filed a bill today to cut the payroll tax from 6% to 3% in 2010. That would give every employee in America a 3% in effect pay increase and give 3% back to every business in this country by all their employees, money they can then invest to hire new workers or invest in their company. That'll get this economy back on track. I hope the President also talks about spending. Congress is spending in an unsustainable way. This year's budget deficit is going to be about $1.4 trillion. Last year's budget deficit was $1.4 trillion. That means we spent $1.4 trillion each year more than we took in. That is unsustainable. Our national debt, what we owe for all of these deficits year over year, is nearly $12.3 trillion. Our children are not going to be able to afford that. It's going to collapse this government and our economy. We've got to cut spending, and not just freezing spending. We've got to make meaningful cuts. We had a proposal yesterday to cut 5% from every agency in government, and the U.S. Senate voted it down. If we can't cut 5% out of these agencies, our families and our jobs and companies have cut more than that, then we have no responsibility being in Congress. We've got to do a better job. I hope that the President also talks about the security of the American people. I'm very concerned that this White House is treating terrorists like common criminals. The Christmas Day bomber, Abdullah Muttalib, was interrogated for 50 minutes only by folks who were not trained in interrogating a terrorist, and then we gave him his Miranda rights. He lawyered up and he stopped talking. We lost valuable information, I'm sure, about what's going on in Yemen and potentially future terrorist plots. We're trying other terrorists like the 9/11 bombers, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, in a civilian court in Washington, D.C. It makes no sense at all. We've got to get serious on the war on terror and not treat this like it's just fighting common criminals.